Well, frankly, they're extremely perplexed on how to read the signals from this president and how to respond, because there seems to be a willingness, definite willingness, to sit down and deal with concrete issues, but in this environment of increased tension and bullying, and that saying that any retaliation will be now met with maximum retaliation. It's a very difficult environment, I think, for them to try to understand, all right, how do we get to the end game? That has not been made clear, apparently, by the U.S. negotiators, that they only want a maximal capitulation of everything that they would want, which obviously would probably not work under these circumstances.
Do you believe that the administration has not been clear about what it wants? It feels like it's been pretty clear to me with respect to intellectual property protections and joint venture requirements and the like, as well as opening markets to more U.S. products and lowering trade barriers. Where's the confusion?
What I hear in both out of Washington as well as out of China is that there's a number of lines in each one of these three areas that you announced, that you discussed, and that there could be obviously some specific negotiations that could be in each one of those areas. The Chinese have said that they're open to every one of these areas to go through a strategy of dealing with them. I think the problem is this pressure, the way that it's being put on, is seeming more to reflect domestic political concerns rather than actually dealing with how to get to an agreement on specific areas. And then obviously, to the extent that the issue becomes how quickly are you going to accelerate to tariffs on the entire trade volume, the noise is just deafening for you not to concentrate on actually reaching deals on very specific issues.
Raul,
they looked at NAFTA. Yeah.
Raul, I'm just curious. There seems to be an underlying belief in the administration that China won't retaliate using non-tariff methods, i.e. disruptions to the supply chain. Perhaps, well, they said already today that they wouldn't devalue the yuan, but perhaps stepping away from the next Treasury auction, et cetera. What are you hearing on the ground? I mean, do you think that those sorts of measures are off the table, as the administration thinks?
I think within China, just like in the United States, there's a hawks and doves dimension of things going on here. And definitely the hawks are not winning right now in China. They're thinking that actually just further plays into Donald Trump's hands by even accelerating more a conflict. So, no, I don't think that they're going to move in the non-tariff dimension at this time. And even though, the reality of it is they have a lot more ability to absorb hurts than the United States is part of what's going on here. They're trying to figure out what is the actual economic objectives versus the political objectives, and trying to get good signals. But this environment of real strong conflict, I think, is not conducive to reaching the type of agreement that was reached in NAFTA, where there were incremental changes in some areas, and that I think we could get an agreement there if that's what the focus is.